Tonight on Missing Persons Unit, a troubled university student disappears, leaving family and friends devastated.
I can't study because I'm always thinking about it, thinking of the worst case scenario.
It's been almost 10 days now, you know?
A truck driver vanishes, leaving unanswered questions.
It's not like him, I know him. He'll ring you and tell you what's going on, you know?
Time is running out in the search for a beloved grandfather with dementia.
Your family is all here waiting for you, missing you.
And an extraordinary breakthrough in a cold case.
Sure, there's a lot of similarities, isn't there?
Will this new photograph end her mother's 30 years of heartache?
We just keep on thinking, what if?
In Sydney's eastern suburbs, police are starting the search for 19-year-old university student Stephanie Abraham, who's been missing for 2 days.
Hi, how are you, Michelle?
I'm good.
Diana and Gary are visiting her mother, Michelle, who has been searching everywhere for Stephanie.
Have a chat with you?
The last time we saw her was on Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning, yes. We went with her sister last night, going around this Ritz cinema, trying to find something in the little streets, and horrible, absolutely horrible. She was supposed to go to school, to go to an excursion at the Parliament House, but apparently, from what I've heard, she hasn't been.
Okay, she didn't go. And who told you that?
A friend of her, Mia, who has been really helping. She's been trying to find absolutely everything that she could.
Okay.
She's been ringing everyone that she knew that Stephanie knows as well.
This is what makes Stephanie's disappearance so out of character. Even her closest friend, Mia, had no sense that anything was wrong.
Has she done this before?
No, she's a nice girl, usually. No, I don't think she would let us go through this nightmare.
Her family can't explain what's happening. There were no signs, no family disagreement. Suddenly, Stephanie just wasn't there. Now her mother yearns for answers.
Please, Stephanie, let us know something. Just a word. Let us know that that you are well. That's the main thing I want to know, that she is well.
Back at headquarters, Senior Constable Mandy Gale is on the case of 47-year-old Russell Bolton, who has been missing for almost 2 weeks.
It's very out of character for him to not contact family, so the only information we have is that he left to go to Tamworth to a party with his girlfriend almost a week ago, and nothing since.
According to his brother Kevin, Russell is too conscientious with his work to just disappear like this.
What does he do for work, Kevin?
He's a truck driver. He drives a tip truck, and he's when it comes to work, he's absolutely reliable.
Okay, so he hasn't been to work all week then?
Not this week or all of last week.
Do you think he got to Tamworth? Would he make friends up there and stay up there for a few extra days, do you think, or...?
Not without ringing his boss.
Kevin fears the worst for his brother. Russell's behaviour is out of character, and his disappearance is a mystery to both his family and his colleagues.
The fact that he's a very reliable employee, and the fact that he hasn't turned up for work for 2 weeks, and the fact that he's with a girlfriend that nobody knows much about, there's been no contact, and yeah, so we're really concerned at this point. All we know is he was heading to Tamworth to a party, but whether in fact he actually did leave Sydney to go to Tamworth, I mean, we virtually don't have a starting point.
Mandy can only hope Russell's brother Kevin will provide some sort of lead.
Hey, gang. Yasmin?
I'm Yasmin. Nice to
Pleasure to meet you. How are you?
Good.
You got a phone call from his boss when?
Probably Tuesday of last week.
Okay.
Well, for him not to ring his boss, it's very out of character. He doesn't ring me, he doesn't ring anybody other in the family, but he rings his boss every day. He said he's going to Tamworth for a party. Apparently he left on Friday morning of last week.
Okay.
And he said to his boss that he would be back on Sunday afternoon, see you Monday morning for work. I'm starting to get worried now because nobody can contact him.
Mandy is learning that there are two sides to Russell. He's a loyal and reliable employee, but this hard worker likes to play hard as well.
My biggest concern is parties get out of hand. And I just don't want him to be found laying in a ditch somewhere. As long as I know he's alive, then I'm fine.
Okay. Well, I think maybe it'd be a good idea to speak to Chris. Yeah. He seems to be quite like his closest mate by the sounds of it.
He is very close with his boss. That's his number up the top there.
Okay. All right. You take care.
As Mandy and Yasmin head off to see Russell's boss, Kevin's fears are growing for his brother.
Yeah.
Russell, if you can see this, or Bianca, or whoever you are, give me a call. If you're alive, give me a call. Everything will be fine. If not, we have to come and find you. That's all. Just give me a call.
On the case of 19-year-old Stephanie Abraham, who disappeared 2 days ago, Diana and Gary are in Bondi Junction to talk to Stephanie's best friend, Mia.
Mia?
Hi, how are you, Mia? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, cuz.
Stephanie and Mia are the closest of friends, and Mia is struggling to come to terms with her disappearance.
Horrific, horrible, and it's taken over. Like, I haven't been able to study, like I've got exams. I can't study because I'm always thinking about her, thinking of the worst case scenario, and yeah.
With no word, and after such an unexplained disappearance, Mia fears the worst.
What do you think she's done?
Initially, because it was so out of character and so absurd, I thought maybe she was walking home late at night, and she's very talkative to strangers and she loves helping people, and that could have gotten her into trouble.
Were there any boys in the picture?
Apparently, she didn't have credit, so she borrowed her sister's phone. And then when her sister took the phone back in the morning, on Tuesday morning, there was a message from a guy named Hugh saying, what are you talking about, Steph? It didn't really make sense. Okay. And that was the last contact that we know. We don't know who this man is. Like, we've never heard of Hugh. She's never discussed it before.
It's something that she'd tell you? Like, does she normally tell you everything?
Usually, like, I'd be surprised if she didn't. We talk about everything.
We'll leave you our number, okay? If you think of anything else, if you speak to any of her friends that you think might be hiding something.
So if you hear something, just give us a ring, all right?
Yeah, it's nice
okay.
Thanks.
Okay, then. Thank you very much. Bye.
As Gary and Diana head off to continue the search for Stephanie, Mia hopes Stephanie understands the effect her disappearance is having on her friends and family.
Stephanie, you mean a lot to me. I really care for you, I really love you, and I wish that you wouldn't do this. If you are okay and you are safe and you're having a break, just know that it really affects all your friends and family, the people that are close to you, and please come home.
Mandy and Yasmin are searching for 47-year-old Russell Bolton, who's been missing for almost 2 weeks.
Can we come in and have a chat?
Yeah, sure.
They're about to speak to Russell's employer, Chris.
Do you know who he was going to go see up there, or what he was going to do?
He's going to a party with a friend of his, Bianca, a girl.
Yeah. This is the girlfriend?
Yeah.
Do you know much about her?
I don't know much about her and her auntie. They were going up together, apparently.
So have they been, like, a couple for a long time?
Oh, yeah, he knows her a long time, years.
Is he a partner or just friends?
Well, partner, friends, yeah.
So he's in a good mood? He's excited?
Oh, he was happy, excited, ready to go, you know? He was in a good mood.
Yeah.
And in a hurry to go.
Right.
But Monday came and I thought, oh, well, he's had a big weekend.
Yeah, he's still
Can't
recovering.
get him, let him go, you know?
Yeah.
But then Tuesday I started worrying, you know? Because it's not like him, I know him, he'll ring me, he'll tell me, you know, I'm coming, I'm here, I'm in trouble.
So he's reliable?
Yeah, he'll ring you and tell you what's going on, you know? So that's when I started to worry. It's been almost 10 days now, you know?
Russell's disappearance is hard on Chris.
Oh, look, you're upset. No, tell him.
No. Oh, when we have a good talk, you know? Yeah. Because everyone's worried, you know?
All right. You take care of yourself. We'll be in touch. Okay.
But the visit is worth it for Mandy. Chris gives her another lead in the case. The address of the caravan park where Russell was living.
What about his stereo that's on? That should be on?
Yeah. What's that SIM card?
Vodafone.
That looks semi-new.
Finding a SIM card in the caravan is a breakthrough. It has all the numbers from Russell's mobile phone. The numbers on the SIM card will at least give Mandy something to work with in a case that has so far been a difficult climb.
Today we've actually been on a bit of a roller coaster, haven't we, with this case? It's sort of our concerns when we started, you know, we were up here, we were worried he was in Tamworth. Went down a little bit when we found some phone numbers, and so we'll call them and hopefully somebody there will be able to say, yes, he's here, he's safe and well. Hello? Is that Bianca? We've been looking for a missing person by the name of Russell Bolton. Just that he was supposed to be with a female by the name of Bianca and they were going to Tamworth, and that was sort of the last... Hi, Bianca. That is you, that's what I thought. So
Mandy's found the mysterious Bianca. The one person in this case everyone has wanted to talk to is Bianca. But Russell isn't with her.
And I've been trying to call his mobile for the last week.
OK, so you'd normally have contact with him?
Usually every Friday he contacts me and he comes over and...
Bianca's name has come up constantly. Now, at last, Mandy and Yasmin will meet her in person.
Bianca, bye. We picked the right number and that's the Bianca that he was due to go to Tamworth with, so that worked out really well, but unfortunately it wasn't the information, you know, we hoped to get. So she hadn't seen him, she's been sending him text messages, so she sounds just as worried as everybody else.
Diana and Gary are looking for 19-year-old university student Stephanie Abraham, who's now been missing for 3 days.
Hi, Mia. It's Constable Euclis here from the Missing Persons Unit. Can you just hang on a second?
Diana makes a call to Stephanie's best friend, Mia.
The reason why I'm so worried this time is because she's had bad experiences and she's been upset in the past and depressed because of family history.
Yep.
And this is the first time that she hasn't come home. Like,
okay.
Even when she went through bad times, first time she hasn't attended college because she's taking it really seriously.
Okay, that's good.
And apparently then she sent another message to another girl from her college saying no, she's not coming anymore. She feels sick.
Okay.
But it's becoming clear that Stephanie is not telling her best friend everything, which makes her disappearance even more of a concern. Back at headquarters, there's been some breaking news. Sergeant Mick Chubb has received an extraordinary lead in the 30-year-old case of missing girls Tony Kavanagh and Kay Doherty.
This case happened in 1979. 2 girls from Rurilla have disappeared. They were supposed to go to the movies in Wollongong. The last seen on the Shell Harbour Road. There's been no sign of them since.
What do you got, Sarge?
I've got an email from a fella who's been on a tour in England in the 80s. He reckons he knows Kay. He sent me some photos on email. Like, that's the original photo we've got of Kay.
Yep.
That's a photo of a woman he's seen on this tour in the 80s.
Sure, there's a lot of similarities, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's information that could solve the mystery of Kay and Tony's disappearance. This woman's name is Kay Donnelly, and she has a Queensland address. So Mick has asked Brisbane Senior Constable Mick Hillier to meet her and see if the similarities are more than a coincidence. Mick hopes this visit might finally give an answer to Kay Doherty's despairing family.
I mean, these people have been living on a hope since 1979 that their daughter's out there somewhere, and we'd love to be able to bring a positive end to this story and reunite them.
Kay's twin brother Kevin and her mother Jean still cling to the hope of a reunion. A hope kept alive by 2 letters they received after Kay disappeared.
She left on the 27th of July, and I got the first letter on the 1st of August, and it was stamped Darlinghurst. It says, gone to Sydney with a few friends. We'll be back in the middle of the week. And then after that, I got another letter about 5 days later. It says, job has fallen through. We'll be home early in the week.
That was the last time the family heard from Kay. Every day since has been filled with grief and the torment of not knowing what happened to her.
Oh, it just kills something inside you. There's just something that dies and it just stays like that, you know, and you just keep on thinking, what if, what if? And there's too many ifs.
At last, 30 years of what ifs might be about to end as Mick Hillier in Queensland meets Kay. Sergeant Yasmin Dunn and Senior Constable Dan Higgins have taken over the investigation of 19-year-old student Stephanie Abraham, who's now been missing for 4 days. And there's been a development.
She's turned up, so we're on our way to see her, see why she went missing and see how we can help out. Hi, Michelle. I'm Sergeant Dunn. I'm taking over from Constable Eucles. How are you?
Good.
Good? Is this Stephanie home
No,
yet?
she's not here.
Okay. When was she meant to be back?
This isn't what Yasmin was expecting. Stephanie's been home, but she's disappeared again. Obviously, Stephanie's case is still very much open.
I tried to call her, but she's not answering.
Not answering her phone? Okay, no problem.
Did she say anything about where she was or anything like that when she went missing?
She didn't, but I managed to have a name and a phone number from a person called Hugh.
Would I be able to get Hugh's number?
Hugh's name has come up before, but Michelle now knows he's over 40 years old, more than twice the age of her vulnerable daughter.
So it's the H one.
This one here?
Yes.
It is a relief to know that Stephanie's still alive, but a young daughter with a man so much older is still not ideal.
I'll try and give him a call. Hopefully she's not with him at all.
I hope so.
Hopefully not, but...
starting to wonder.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because at the moment I'm wondering, yes, I'm worrying, yes.
We can't get onto the guy that we believe Stephanie may be with. He's a significant amount older than she is. You know, I wonder what he's interested in Stephanie for. Her mum must be really worried.
Back in Brisbane, Mick Hillier is following a new lead in the 30-year case of missing girls Tony Kavanagh and Kay Doherty.
Hello, Kay,
Hello.
is it?
Hi,
yes. Mick Hillier from Police Missing Persons.
Okay.
Police received a photograph and a tip-off claiming that this woman, Kay Donnelly, may be the missing girl, Kay Doherty.
We're investigating a matter for New South Wales in relation to 2 girls that went missing back in the 70s. Now, one of the girls bears a striking resemblance to you in a photo that was taken by somebody who you travelled with back in the 80s. That's the photo of you in a bus, I believe, on a tour bus somewhere overseas. And this is the photograph of Kay Doherty, who went missing in 1979 from New South Wales. And, yes, very similar.
It's quite eerie. It's quite eerie how similar we look. Yeah.
This Kay says she's not Kay Doherty, but Mick needs to check her personal papers to make sure.
You said she was born in 63? Was it 63?
She was born in 63 and you were born in 1960. Yes.
I was actually born in Beaudesert.
OK, Beaudesert here in Queensland?
Yes, yeah. And then I moved to Brisbane. I didn't move far. And then when I finished that, that's when I went overseas in 1985 and started doing a bit of travelling.
Well, everything in that regard looks in place.
But some missing people don't want to be found. Paperwork is easy to forge. So Mick has one more check to make.
In relation to the scar that this person was supposed to have on their leg. Now, it says it's a distinctive burn scar on the inside of the leg near the ankle, about the size of a 50-cent coin. The acid test.
OK. There we go. My other foot. No scars.
Absolutely. No scar there on the inside or the outside. Very good. I think I can be pretty sure that you are Kay Donnelly and not Kay Doherty. I trust you, 1,000%.
That's good. That's good.
This result in Brisbane will be heartbreaking for Kay Doherty's family. Mick Hilliard himself was hopeful, but now he has to call the Missing Persons Unit in Sydney with the bad news.
We've been around to her house and we've confirmed that she's not the missing person, Kay Doherty. So unfortunately, in this instance, it's not our missing person, so back to the drawing board.
And that's exactly what Sergeant Mick Chubb does. He's back to the drawing board, determined to solve this case.
It's been 28, 29 years since it disappeared. I'm going to get some photos enhanced them when they're being from child to adult to what they probably may look like today.
Mick calls in a specialist, the forensic artist based at the police centre in Sydney.
Look, Lisa, I've got a case from 1979.
Right.
I've run out of leads.
Yeah.
It's two missing girls missing from Rilla near Wollongong.
Right.
Now, I've got some fairly old photos of them.
Oh, OK. So you want me to age the photograph?
Yes, please, yeah. Can you do that?
Ageing the 30-year-old photographs of Tony and Kay makes it more likely someone will recognise them today.
Look, it's pretty important that we close this case and bring some resolution. Mr. Doherty's passed away a couple of years ago. Certainly we want to bring some sort of relief to the families to finish it up.
I'd really like to appeal to anyone that knows anything, please, please come forward. It'd be great to be able to put my mother's heart at rest, at ease. She's had a broken heart for 28 years. It would be just good to know, just good to have an answer after all this time.
It's day 2 in the search for 47-year-old truck driver Russell Bolton, who disappeared almost 2 weeks ago.
We're hoping this morning we can identify what the link is between Russell and Bianca. So by speaking to Kevin yesterday, Russell's brother, he did mention that Bianca and Russell planned to go to Tamworth to a party, but it's all very confusing at the moment. So our aim today is to find out what the link is between Bianca and Russell and what it is that draws him to her every Friday. How are you going? Okay, can I ask how you guys know each other?
Because I met him through his niece and my cousins were like friends, so I met him through that about 5 years ago, I think, yeah.
Are you guys in a relationship?
No, just
I'm just asking, only because like I've spoken to so many people and I wasn't sure, like I couldn't confirm whether you guys are in a relationship or not. That's okay, that's okay. Information we got, he was going to a party in Tamworth with Bianca. Was that you?
No, I don't think he knew any other Bianca though.
So, was there a party?
I heard nothing about it.
That's okay.
It sounds like Russell used the Bianca story to cover his tracks. So Mandy has to find out what's really going on.
But thank you for taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah, well, it's very weird he hasn't contacted anyone.
So obviously you're really worried too. Yeah. Good luck with everything, and hopefully you'll ring us and say, he's here, he's okay.
Another dead end. This is starting to feel like a fairground ride that Mandy will never get off.
We're sitting up the top. You know, the rides tend to stop and just hover. That's where we are at the moment. So hopefully we'll go back down, but who knows, we could be stuck up there for a while yet. That's why I don't go on those rides.
In the eastern suburbs of Sydney, the case of 19-year-old university student Stephanie Abraham has turned into a frustrating cat-and-mouse game. She's now been missing for 5 days.
Unfortunately, she didn't come home last night again, which is it's really disappointing. Her mum's extremely upset, doesn't know where she is. So we're on our way over to her house again.
And this is the 3rd time in 3 days police are visiting her worried mother.
Hi. Is this Stephanie home at all?
Yeah.
She is. Yeah. Excellent. May I come in?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. You came home. Yeah. I'm really happy you're okay. We've been really worried about you, mate. You didn't come home last night, huh?
No.
No? Where were you?
As Stephanie tells her story, her mother's fears are confirmed. She was with a much older man.
Where did you stay last
Where
night?
did I stay? Well, I guess you've become familiar with the person Hugh.
Yeah? Where did you meet Hugh?
When I was working at Hall Chadwick, I was working in this accounting company, 2007, I think, and I met him there.
Yeah.
Hugh's age is not the only concern. So Dan wants Stephanie to consider what Hugh's motives might be.
You said you met him 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So he was 38 and you were 17. So there's a real danger there that he's obviously, taking advantage of you one way or another. And I want to know from your perspective what the appeal is to somebody like that that you keep in contact with him and that you stay with him, like, when you leave your family. I just don't understand.
I definitely know it's not the smart thing to be doing, but I think it's my way of dealing with whatever my problems at this time.
Is there anything that I can do to help you? We're the police, but we're also people. Obviously, people don't go missing really for no reason, so if I could offer you any counselling, would you be interested in looking at that?
Yeah.
Like, you need to start dealing with these issues because where you're at now, it's a really slippery slope, especially hanging out with people like Hugh. You've got so much ahead of you, mate. Really, don't let people like him influence you.
I need to apologise for wasting your resources.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
I'm really sorry. I know you've got other important things to do. I'm very embarrassed, because I just didn't think it was a big deal, and I don't know. Well, it feels good to know that someone cares and spend the time looking for you and
All right, Stephanie, I'm really, really glad you're okay. So relieved that you're all right. She's in pretty good spirits, and I'm really, really proud of how she took, I guess, our conversation. I'm just really relieved that she's home, she's back, she's okay.
35,000 people go missing in Australia each year. Dan's already solved one case today, but is immediately on another case. This time, an elderly grandfather, 89-year-old Filomeno Pastolero, who disappeared 24 hours ago.
Anybody at that age is obviously going to be quite frail and really susceptible to conditions like weather and stuff like that. He's known to wander. In fact, historically, he has gone missing and wandered off before. Not for this length of time, though, I don't think. So it's wet and drizzly at the moment. It's a really bad mix for somebody that's 89 years old.
Dan and Ted are visiting Filomeno's youngest daughter, Clarita, who is also his part-time carer.
She'll be able to give us a bit more information with any luck, and we can sort of start focusing our search for him.
Clarita's at her father's flat, hoping he might come home.
And this is just another spare bedroom, obviously. He's not there.
Okay. No worries. Have you looked to see if there's anything of his, that he's come back and,
No,
gotten?
I have
definitely?
looked,
Yep.
but definitely he hasn't come back.
Hasn't come back. He's in pretty good nick, isn't he, for his age? Wow.
Well, we're preparing 90th birthday on the 4th of April, and we've invited 130 guests.
Wow.
So I hope we find him.
Is he likely to go anywhere in particular, or...?
No. This is the very first time that he's gone missing overnight.
Yeah.
So it's really worrying.
Oh, of course.
I am nervous, and, I just don't know what to do, and I couldn't sleep.
Don't blame you. I don't want to try and give you any sort of false hope and say that he's definitely going to turn up or anything like
I know.
that.
There's no assurance, we can just hope.
Filomeno's the head of a large and close-knit family. Right now, he's all they can think about.
He's a very loving father, and he's a very honest man. And he always listens to people, and he cares about them.
We'll head out.
Thank you very much for
No, that's all right.
While Dan and Ted retrace Filomeno's last movements, Clarita hopes her dad will be found quickly.
Dad, we're all searching for you. If you can just get help and get someone to give us a call, and we'll pick you up wherever you are. Your family is all here waiting for you, missing you.
For 2 weeks, the search for truck driver Russell Bolton has been all dead ends. But as Mandy works her way through the numbers on the SIM card from Russell's caravan, she becomes even more determined.
I can't even think of a Russell.
If you do hear from him, just let him know he's been reported as a missing person. It is.
No Kylie here.
There's no Kylie. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Were you planning on going to Tamworth a couple of weeks ago?
No.
Okay.
No, I actually went up north, though, a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, my God.
Russell Bolton. Yes, I do.
You do?
It's kind of maybe a coincidence, but my ex-girlfriend, I've been trying to get a hold of her for about a week and a half, but she's actually really good friends with Russell.
What would her name be?
Bianca Heaton.
Her name's Bianca. Okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard from him.
Okay. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Russell Bolton, just, I don't know if you're aware or not, he's been reported as a missing person.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering, is he dealing with you?
Yeah, he is.
Thank God.
Yeah, he was just in a little bit of a situation where he just needed to get out.
Yeah, fair enough.
And, yeah, like, just the people, some of his family and that, you know, like, they hardly bother to speak to him and stuff, and then as soon as he's, you know, gone and to do something all right with life, then, yeah, but just letting you know that he's fine.
Is he there with you at the moment?
No, he's not.
Okay. Do you have any objections to us letting people know that have been really worried about him, that he's okay? Is that a problem?
Yeah, I do. So it'll probably be better if you wait until you talk to him.
Okay, so I can tell them that he's alive and well, basically, but yeah, I won't disclose where he is. That's not a problem.
Though Mandy hasn't spoken to Russell yet, these are the moments that her job is all about.
I literally felt this weight just go. I didn't honestly expect her to say he was there. The fact that he's there and that's where he is, he's been there for a week, so we'll wait a little while and hopefully she'll contact him and we can make the phone call and hear his voice ourselves.
Across town, Dan and Ted continue the search for 89-year-old Filomeno Pastolero, who suffers from dementia. He has to be found quickly, and nothing beats old-fashioned police legwork.
Thank you. You haven't seen this bloke at all, have you?
They're talking to people in the area where Filomeno was last seen.
He's wearing like big, like blue and red and green stripes, like different coloured stripes.
No, not at all.
No.
Hello, how are you?
G'day.
Hello.
How you going?
This man's missing. Has he come into the shop yesterday at all?
Yeah, I'm not working here yesterday.
Have you seen him at all?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
He's at the TAB yesterday and his family haven't seen him since. Have you seen him around at all?
Frustratingly, no one anywhere has seen Filomeno. This is when the job becomes really personal.
These are the things that you really worry you as a police officer, because they can turn out really badly, and it's starting to get a real concern.
Mandy's dogged determination led her to find missing truck driver Russell Bolton.
Hello, Russell.
Yes, Ray, how you going?
God, it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah.
I just so you know, I'm working with a missing persons unit. My name's Mandy.
Who reported me missing?
Your brother.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't want anybody to know where I am.
No, that's fine. We won't do that. All we'll be able to tell them is that we've spoken to you, you're alive, and you know, that you'll get in touch with them when you feel ready to, if that's okay. 2 days, it's getting dark up here now, and we found you and you're safe, but...
It's not an offence to go missing. And now that police know where he is, Russell Bolton is entitled to keep his whereabouts undisclosed. Now all Mandy needs to do is pass on the good news to Russell's brother and his boss.
We'll let people know, we'll let everybody know he's alive and well, but as for his location, we can't divulge that, and that's it.
Frail 89-year-old Filomeno Pastolero's been missing for 36 hours. With no sightings in the local shopping area, Dan and Ted decide to check Banjo Patterson Park, near Filomeno's home.
We're just trying to cover as many bases as we can today before it gets too late and we have to go in. Right now, we'll just keep hitting the road.
Filomeno isn't here either. Dan and Ted have looked everywhere possible. So now all they can do is begin over again, starting back at Filomeno's flat. No answer. But there are still the grounds and the car park to check. Sometimes, in cases of dementia, the missing person is found disorientated and confused, only metres from their own home.
He's not anywhere under there either. We've pretty much exhausted all avenues today. Unfortunately, he's not home. We've tried the park, we've tried everything else we can do. All we can really do now is go back to the office and try and take it up tomorrow.
Back on the 30-year-old cold case of missing teenagers Tony Kavanagh and Kay Doherty, Sergeant Mick Chubb is going to the Police Forensic Imaging Department in Sydney.
The photos we've got of Tony and Kay are over 28 years old. If they're out there, they'll be significantly changed in their appearance. We want to put the photos out there, see if somebody can recognise them and identify them and hopefully solve the case.
Police forensic artist Lisa Gorton has digitally aged the photographs to show what the two missing teenagers might look like today as adults.
Oh, hi.
How you
How are you? Good, good. Hi, Mark. How you going? Good. The finished product.
These are great.
Yeah?
These are really, really good.
Everything heads south, so, you know, I had to sort of put some bags in, lines. And the fact that they're my age and they were women kind of, I suppose, made it a little bit easier for me because I could actually go off myself. There's an inherent pattern with our ageing. So that's why it helps looking at family members, and especially for girls, their mothers. I've done a few different hairstyles, so, and, you know, with the hair, who knows what colour it's going to be, and...
You certainly got to look in their mid-40s anyway,
Yeah.
which they'd be today. Hopefully somebody will say, that's my neighbour, I've worked with that person,
Yeah.
I know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm going to get these out in the public arena and hopefully we'll get some new leaves to solve this case.
At home, Kay's mum still hopes that one day her daughter may be found.
If Kay's watching, I would like you to make contact because we still love you and we still miss you, and I'll always love you.
If you have any information on the disappearance of Kay Doherty and Tony Kavanagh, or if you recognise the faces in these new images, please ring Crime Stoppers on 1800 333 000.
Hello.
The final chapter in the case of Russell Bolton. Found by police 2 weeks after he went missing, Mandy is delivering the news to his brother, Kevin.
Good, nice to see you again.
I've spoken to him, to Russell on the phone, and he sounded fine, and as we thought, he's just taking some time out. Unfortunately, I can't tell you where he is. I know you want to know, privacy reasons, and we've got to respect his decision that he needs some time. But the fact, and I know you said initially you just want to know he's alive and well, which he is, so...
Well, that's good.
Sorry.
I don't live in his head.
I know. Sorry, I feel like we've let you down, but
no,
yeah.
you guys found him. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. And did a quicker job than I could do. As long as he's alive and he's well, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
But I would really like him to ring your boss.
Russell probably won't ring, so it's up to Mandy to give his boss, Chris, the news.
Chris? Good, yeah? How you been? Good?
Not bad, not bad. So what's the news?
Good news is he's alive and well.
Oh, that's
Bad
great.
news is I can't tell you where. So I'm just hopeful that in time...
No, that's all right, as long as he gives me a ring. Everyone needs a bit of time to sort their stuff out and what have you, you know. We all get lost sometimes. I know Russell, and I know he'll come back and we'll have a beer and we'll have our good times again, as long as he's well.
After several days of exhausting ups and downs, Mandy's glad the ride's finally over.
Roller coaster's just stopped and I'm about to get off it and go home to my family. So, all good.
It's good news for 2 cases, but sadly, hopes of finding missing grandfather Filomeno Pastolero alive are fading.
Unfortunately, he still hasn't turned up at this stage, which is a little bit... it's getting very concerning, actually. Basically, what I'm going to do now is just give his daughter a call, let her know what we're up to as far as everything goes, and see if she's had anything else new.
Hello?
Yeah, Clarita.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found my dad.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that's all right. We're getting it. We're going to get him. Can you just give me time to settle down?
Sure, sure.
Is that all right? I'll ring you. Is it okay?
Okay, okay. That was, I mean, that's really great. First words out of her mouth were, I found my dad. Look, I'd really like to go out and see her and meet Dad, and this is excellent news.
Filomeno was found, wandering and disorientated 2 days after going missing. He's been taken to hospital suffering from exposure.
Welcome. How are you this morning, sir? You're in one piece? Excellent. Clarita, he's looking good.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's got a bit of pneumonia, but apart from that, he's looking good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
The rest of my family are so happy. We are really happy. We're over the moon.
Thank you very much.
The relief of finding their father is clear. And one of his daughters has even flown in from overseas.
Were you in Hawaii?
I was in Hawaii.
Big
You
trip
can just
back.
imagine the ordeal where I was on the plane. It was the 10 longest hours of my life.
It would have been horrible.
Nobody can understand the joy that we are all experiencing right now.
I'll
do anything.
I'm really, really rapt that like your dad's been found. That's so
Not a
good.
problem. And we're so pleased with, you know, the job that you did. It's a job well done.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you.
Oh, stay down. You're all right.
Stay down, you're right there.
Okay. He's a fit man, isn't he? Can't keep a good man down.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Get well
Million
soon.
thanks to all of you.
Pleasure.
Words are not enough to say thank you to all of you.
No worries. Thank you very much. He's obviously got a really great family and they're so rapt to have him back, and it just makes you feel really glad to be a part of it.
What's that?
Missing person. We had to report you as missing. We lost you.
I'm not missing, I'm here now.
He's here now.
Every year, over 35,000 people are reported missing in Australia. Have you seen Amber Haig, who disappeared from Campbelltown in 2002? Or Poe Lane, last seen in Darwin in 2008? And Stella Farrugia, who went missing from Henley Beach, South Australia in 1984. If you have any information, please call 1-800 333 000.